Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on my channel, we're all about real makeup for real life and real people. If you are new to my channel, very special welcome to you. I hope you'll consider subscribing today if you like what you see. It'll help you find my videos more easily on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Plus, you'll get to see my face again. So today is shopping my stash for the month of January. Every month I shop my stash for some products to focus on throughout the month, whether they be new, old, or in between. And today we have a mixture of all of that. Today's Shop My Stash is going to be just a little bit different than normal, and that is because I am starting 2 project panning projects. Over the next 2 days, you'll see those projects introduced and the products that are going to be included. I'm very excited about them both, so stay tuned for that. So typically I would have a theme every month for shopping my stash, but this month I really wanted to get a jump start on those project pan products. So today we're just going to be shopping for some categories that I don't have within those projects or supporting products to that project. So I'm kind of excited about that. I have a little list over here of products that we need to fill in for the month that are not within those projects. This month I have just a couple things I'm going to show you right here in this sort of viewpoint. Not going to get into the palette drawer this month, and I know that might be disappointing to some of you, but this is how we're going to do it this month. So we'll go ahead and start with palettes, and then we'll talk about the couple samples that I pulled for this month. Starting last month, I am pulling a couple of samples out of my stash every month that I just want to go ahead and use, move out, form opinions on, or what have you. But starting with palettes, the older palette for the month is my ABH Norvina palette. I don't know what it is about this palette that just goes for any season, but I do like some of these lighter tones and shimmers for the depths of winter, which we are entering here in Colorado right now. I love this palette. It's definitely a favorite from Anastasia Beverly Hills, so that'll be my older palette for the month. I do have 2 palettes in my project pans, so stay tuned and you'll see those tomorrow as well. But beyond that, instead of creating a custom palette as I have the last couple of months, I'm going to be working with my Sydney Grace singles this month, getting to know them better, doing a lot of content and exploring these shadows. That way I might be able to use these and create a custom palette for February. So the first little mini palette that I have here is the Mountain Trail bundle from Sydney Grace. I'm really excited to play with these. I haven't put these on my eyeballs yet. I've only swatched them and shown them over on my Instagram. And then in this little palette, I have my matte shadows that I purchased from Sydney Grace. This is what they look like right here. I'm definitely keen to get a few more darker tones for this palette. And then the pièce de résistance is this palette right here. The magnetic palette is from ColourPop, but these shadows are all from Sydney Grace, and these are the shimmers that I'll be working with a lot this month. So let me know down in the comments if there's any specific content that you would like to see, either with the Sydney Grace singles or the Norvina palette from ABH. And then real quick before we change our view, the samples I picked to use this month are the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. I've been really wanting to try this, so hopefully one of these shades or a mixture will work for me to try it out. And then we have this little bit here of the Charlotte Magic Cream. I have swatched it in store, and it feels very similar to the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, so I want to try that this month and just see what all the fuss is about. And then lastly, I have this sample with 2 of the Glossier Cloud Paints. They are the shades Dusk and Dawn. Neither of which I have tried. I only have Puff, which is the pink one. So now we're gonna go ahead and change our viewpoint and check out the chest of drawers where the rest of my makeup is stored, and I have my little list of what categories we need to shop for. So when I choose my makeup, I like to go ahead and start off with my face palettes, and that way I know some other things that I might look for or things like that can better coordinate my other makeup, know what to pull. So this is the first of my face palette drawers, and I honestly don't think I'm going to pull anything from here this month. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pull anything from this drawer, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next face palette drawer. All right, so here is the second drawer of face palettes. Last month we pulled the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. Honestly, I'm thinking this month I want to go ahead and pull, excuse my grubby old sweatshirt, I want to go ahead and pull these products from Beauty Junkies. I have in this little magnetic palette 2 of their blush and highlight duos, and I really haven't gotten a chance to really work with them that much. And then the other little one I have right here is their contour palette. And all of these are matte in here with the exception of this one right here. So again, I'd like to work with this month, and I think that's all I will pull for face palettes. All right, before we get into foundation, I do just want to mention that I have one primer in my project pan, but I am also going to pull in the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow primer this month and just go ahead and finish it up and move it out. That's part of a lot of my goals over on my Instagram for my makeup inventory, in case you missed it, were to move out as many samples as quickly as I can. And on that same note, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of my sample foundations this month and just give them a try, see if I want to continue to play with them or pass them on to someone else. So I have a little sample here of the It CC Cream in the shade Light. I also have this little sample of the new NARS foundation, the Soft Matte Complete foundation, and I haven't tried this one yet at all. And then I also have this little sample of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless foundation. I have the shade 4 Neutral. And then lastly, in December, I did get this little sample of the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. This is in the shade 3 Neutral. It actually looks pretty dark, but once it shears out on my skin, it actually looks really nice. I've only tried it a couple of times, but I'm going to go ahead and put that in for the month. All right, next is concealer. Last month we had in the Revlon Candid Concealer and the Oma Beauty Stay Woke concealer, as well as one of my Glossier stretch concealers. So let's see what we want to play with this month. I do think I want to pull out my Flower Beauty Light Illusion concealer. I haven't made up my mind about this one yet, and I'd really like to, so I'm going to pull this one. And I always kind of like to play with 2 concealers each month. So, let's see here. Yep, I think I'm going to pull in as well the NYX Born to Glow. I have mine in the shade Vanilla. So that'll be my second concealer. All right, let's talk powder for the month. I think, can't decide if I want to pull in a loose powder or not. Maybe I will. I think for a loose powder, I'm going to go ahead and pull in this Ulta Beauty Mineral Setting Powder. I really liked this last year, And so I'm going to give it another try and see how we do in the winter months with this. And then I know I want a pressed powder, so I think I might just go ahead and try to finish up this number 7 Perfect Light pressed powder, or at least work on finishing it up. This is in the translucent shade. All right, here we are in the bronzer drawer. For a cream bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand because I did make a goal in my inventory again over on Instagram that I wanted to make sure that I was working through some cream products, even if they are more expensive, because I have a tendency not to want to use things like this day after day just because, you know, they're expensive, I guess. So I'm gonna pull that one. All right, for highlighter in my project, I have like a light vanilla type highlighter, very subtle, but we did also pull those 2 highlighters in the Beauty Junkies magnetic palette. So I think I'm really only going to pull one, and I'm thinking it should be a cream. So, I actually think I'm going to pull in this little Milk Makeup mini stick highlighter. I've gotten some use out of it, but I'd like to use it some more. It's a really pretty, sort of more pinky champagne highlight, but either way, it's a cream, so I'd like to work on that one. All right, this drawer is my cream blush drawer, and I'm only pulling a cream this month. I do have 3 blush in my project, as well as the 2 that are in the Beauty Junkies magnetic palette. So I'm thinking either a liquid or a cream blush might be nice. Thinking of the colors that I already have pulled, I think I'm gonna pull this little Milk Makeup blush and lip and cheek, I'm sure it says, yes, in the shade Work. This was a part of the birthday gift from Sephora this year, and we used this a little bit, but not much, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. All right, and then last but not least, this is like my single shadows and backups and all that good stuff, brow products. But mostly I just want to pull in one more single shadow to work with this month. I do have one that I'll be working with in January in a project. So, I actually think I'm going to pull this one in from ColourPop. This is a Super Shock shadow, and it's the newest one that I've purchased. It's absolutely stunning. Mine arrived broken, so it looks kind of ratchet, but this is the shade Ladybird, and it's such a pretty sparkle to layer on top of other shadows, so I'm going to pull that one this month. All right, let's go ahead and start with what is up here. These are my Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I think for this month, I definitely want to pull out Glowing Jen. This is a really pretty warm rosy tone, and I think it'll go nicely with some products that we already pulled. And then I've got here all of my Fenty and Maybelline glosses that I've been hoarding. And I'm trying to decide. I think this month I do want to pull this new one from Fenty. This is one of her new cream glosses. That is in the Fenty Glow shade. And then I also think I want to pull this one from Maybelline. I haven't worn it a lot, but this is in the shade Crystal, and it's just a really pretty color. So now let's go look at the drawers. So up here we have a lot of my bullet lipsticks, and I'm trying to decide. I know we need like a straightforward nude. That's not it. And I think this is going to be it. This is, please don't pay attention to my nails or my hands. They're terrible right now. This is the shade Velvet Teddy. So I think I'm going to pull that for our nude. And what else? This is from Bite Beauty, and this is the shade Chai. Actually, that's pretty close to Glowing Gin. Let's pick something else. I actually think the last one that I want to pull from this drawer is the L'Oreal Color Reshine in the shade Varnished Rosewood. One of my all-time favorite lip products of life. And you'll be able to tell that because this is all that's left. So I'm going to pull this month because I used it recently for a more cool toned look and I realized how much I miss it. All right, next drawer down is like lip pencils and the very few liquid lipsticks that I own. I'm trying to decide here. I don't think we have like much of a, whoa. I don't think we have much of like a pinky pink. So here is the name, Rikugen, something like that. And this is actually one of the satin lip pencils from NARS. So I'm gonna pull that one. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, I have my lip gloss drawer. I know I definitely want to pull this baby in. I picked this up on Black Friday. It is the Lime Crime Wet Cherry Gloss in the shade Cherry Slime, and I just want to play with this. And let's go ahead and pull out Cherry Mocha from Ofra because got some really good usage in here, so may as well work on that some more. And I think that shall be it for lips. So those are all the products that I've chosen for this month. I hope you enjoyed taking another look into my makeup storage and the process of picking out products that I'm going to be focusing on this month. Stay tuned for those 2 project pans that'll be introduced over the next 2 days. And thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me today. I'm always happy to chat with you guys, show you my makeup, and all of that jazz. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful. Shop My Stash makeup days, and I will see you in my next video tomorrow.